Hi, my name is Phyllis Pollack, and I am a full-time mediator and the principal of PGP Mediation. For over the last decade, I have been posting a blog every week, typically on Friday, on topics involving mediation. Today, I thought I would try something different and share my blog with you using a video format. The topic of the blog is a different way to negotiate, and it is about a book that we discussed in a book club that I'm a member of quite recently. The name of the book is called Split the Pie, A Radical New Way to Negotiate by Professor Barry Nailbuff. It is published by HarperCollins in New York, 2022. And while I understand the author's concept, I'm really not sure whether the parties to my mediation would agree to it. Let me explain what his thesis is and how it works. In the simplest of terms, in a two-party negotiation, he says there are three things to consider. You have to consider party A's BATNA, parties B BATNA, and then how much more there is over and beyond each party's BATNA. Now, BATNA is defined as the best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Thus, in our two-party negotiation, we must ask party A, what is her best outcome if she does not negotiate and proceeds alone, typically to trial? And then we must ask the same of party B. What is the best that party B can accomplish if she does not negotiate and goes it alone? And typically that would be going to trial. Anything above these two BATNAs is what is the pie or the extra. And according to the professor, should be evenly split. The extra is the pie and is to be evenly split. So for example, and this is one that the professor uses in his book, let's split a pizza. Bob and Alice are given by a store owner a 12-slice pizza, and they must decide how to split it. Initially, they couldn't agree, so the store owner did it for them. He took 6 slices of the pizza, and he gave Alice 4 slices, and he gave 2 slices to Bob. Thus, in terms of BATNA, Alice's best alternative to a negotiated agreement if she goes it alone is that she has 4 slices of the pizza. Bob's BATNA is that he has 2 slices of the pizza. The extra, or the pie, is the remaining 6 slices of the pizza. And according to the professor, this extra should be split evenly and equally. He argues that negotiators should not fall into a trap of thinking that Alice has more power than Bob, since she has 4 slices to Bob's 2. That is, quote, the power perspective confuses power outside the negotiation with power inside the negotiation, is what he argues. They should also not fall into a fairness trap, thinking that each side should end up with the same 6 slices of pizza, so that Alice has 6 slices overall and Bob has 6 slices overall. Again, to quote the professor, fairness has to be applied to the relevant negotiation pie and not to the total. Rather, what the professor argues is that Bob and Alice should split the extra evenly so that each gets 3 slices of the remaining 6. This means that Alice will end up with 7 slices. That is her original 4 slices plus 3, and Bob ends up with 5 slices. That is his original 2 slices plus 3. In sum, and again to quote the professor, effective negotiation is about beating your fallback. It is not about being proportional, such that if one party has a 75% interest in a business and the other has a 25% interest in the business, the outcome should be 75/25 split of the profits. No, rather it's about symmetry, splitting the pie 50-50 so that there is a fair outcome. The professor also mentioned several other valuable points. One is to give the other side what they want. He explains that it is actually in your best interest to give the other party what she wants, because if the other party do get what they want, they will be motivated to reach an agreement. So in order for you to get what you want, it helps if the other side is motivated to conclude the deal. Thus, by addressing the other party's needs and interests so that they accomplish their goal, then that party will have every incentive to help you meet your needs and interests and conclude the deal. Other valuable negotiation tips, which are actually traditional, include being empathetic, be curious, ask questions, show that you understand the other party's perspective, create options, employ contingent deals, do not tell white or even serious lies, and do be aware of cultural differences. But again, the main thesis of the book is to figure out what your fallback position is or your BATNA, figure out the other party's fallback position or their BATNA, and then evenly split anything that is over and beyond each party's BATNA, that is the pie. So while I think this theory, this negotiation theory is extremely fair academically, I'm not sure if in reality I will be able to get parties to implement it. To me, it is just something that we all should think about. So I hope you enjoyed this and thank you for listening. And I hope you have a good day. Bye.